Well, Dave, we're here at the CCA workbench, and we're going to talk about the Academy Sports and Outdoors rigs and techniques, so go ahead.
Well, sharks have been very controversial subject here in Florida for a while. We've been seeing a lot more of them, and, they impact recreational fisheries, and it's just the way it is. But I'll be honest with you, after traveling the world, every place I've ever been in the world where there was a lot of sharks, there was really good fishing going on. Right. And it's, they go in hand. A good healthy shark population is usually indicative of a good healthy fish population, and vice versa. You got to have both. So, we got to try to do what we can to limit the interactions between the recreational anglers and the sharks. And one of the things that we do to get sharks to come to us is chum. Right. And that's how we catch them. We put a lot of chum in the water. Sharks are very attuned to scents in the water, can really detect very minute amounts of blood and fluid in the water, and so they come to it when they smell chum or something in the water. They come straight to it. Same thing with vibrations, low frequency white noise vibrations, which is the noise a fish makes when it's on the hook. That bzz, 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 like that, that burring noise, that really gets the sharks to come as well. So that's another thing, when we're hooking these bottom fish, they'll come and try to eat our fish. Right. So, but we're gonna have, if we're targeting these things, we're gonna have to use wire, because sharks have all these teeth. They're incredibly old animals. Since 400 million years, they haven't really changed that much. And so they're continuously shedding teeth, and those really sharp teeth. So we have to use wire leaders. And this is a pretty much of a regular shark rig. If you go someplace to buy a shark rig, you're going to see something like this. Usually a cheap 3-way swivel, which you really you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, because a lot of times these shark rigs go away when you hook a great big animal or something. Right. So you got a cheap 3-way swivel, a nice bank weight to however much you need to hold the bottom, and a good wire leader. And this is single strand wire leader, which I like to use when I'm fishing for sharks. It slides through their teeth real easily. Right. It's easy to tie a new leader on if you kink one up. You can make really as long leaders as you want. Sharks have a tendency to like to roll when they get hooked up, and they will roll up in your leader. And if you don't have a long enough leader, they can roll all the way up past your weights and stuff and get into your monofilament. Right. And then that rough skin, because sharks have rough skin, they can just wear through your leader that way as well. Correct. There's some other wire that we can use. This is a braided wire, 7x7 strand wire. And what's the great thing about this wire, as you can see, is it's very loose and limber. And you can make as many different lengths or as you want. And this actually works well. If you're wanting to fish with lures, you can use this wire on lipless plugs and stuff like that, or even topwater plugs, because sharks really like to eat a topwater plug. If you got them up in a chum slick and they're eating like crazy, you throw a big popper in there on this kind of wire leader. Right. You're gonna catch them. And it doesn't impede the action of the lure as much. And you can put that. You can use that stuff for wahoos and everything else. This last, I got some last little wire here. This is Surflon. It's a coated wire, and again,
what's the purpose of coating?
Well, it keeps it from corroding as much. You can use them over and over again. I use the coating, if you notice on that where that hook is attached, I don't even have to put any crimps or any other hardware on there. I can just twist up that Surflon really tight and then hit it with a lighter, and it's not going anywhere.
I see that.
I've put that on a press and everything, and you're just not going to get it to break. All circle hooks. We want to try to use a circle hook. Sharks, they have all those teeth, so we want the hook to find its way in the corner of the mouth, so none of our leader is rubbing back and forth. Right. And if you let a shark eat that circle hook and that bait all the way down, when it comes to the corner of his mouth, most of the leader is going to be hanging out of his mouth and not in the way. Good baits for him are barracudas, bonita strips, but barracudas and ladyfish, for some reason, they really like to get back at barracudas. They hate barracudas. Right. And you can hang a barracuda off your boat, butterfly it, let them hang and flop in the water. Automatic shark.
Yeah,
they're coming.
100%.
They're coming to that barracuda for some reason. I don't know what it is about the smell or whatever, but they really.
That barracuda stank.
Yeah, they do. They do stink.
It's horrible.
They
the way
do.
it
They
smells.
smell a little bit. Just make sure you don't put them in the boat. You know, we got a lot of pictures of people with, pictures of little sharks in the boat. Those things can spin around on their tail. There are no bones in a shark, so they can turn around and get you really quick.
Except
Great advice.
unless you're Bo Johnson.
Leave
just
the hook in
get
them
them on
if
and you just
possible.
hug them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hug a shark, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Not a tree.